What's going on, boys? My name is LC, and I hope that you're doing okay. Today I'll be discussing something that I've had to struggle with, whether it has to do with YouTube content, music, or even in school, and that is, well, consistency. So, if you've been keeping up with my second channel, The Boys Network, name still pending, then you would know that I attended a Pierce the Veil concert with my girlfriend in Atlanta. We had a time of our lives. But the reason I mention this is, well, I had a stumble in my consistency when it came to studying and staying on track with my classes. That's not to say I regret a single thing, though. I wouldn't take back those 3 nights for a second. The question of how do I stay consistent is one that has plagued me for a majority of my life, I'd say. For those that were subscribed in 2021 to early 2022, you might have noticed that prior to these past 2 to 3 months, I haven't really posted anything hardly at all. And part of that is because I also struggle with consistency. In fact, I even pondered about quitting YouTube in general because I was so bored and it started to feel like a chore to write and produce videos with no traction. A good part of finding your own consistency is by making what you're doing fun and go about it in different subtle ways throughout. If you keep doing the same routine, you're going to tune out and eventually burn out. I've had this issue with taking notes in school, especially this year. In my physical geography class, my instructor moves on to the next slide very quickly when he's presenting each unit. So your best bet is to take pictures of the slides before he glosses over them. And for a note writer like myself, this becomes an issue for me. It broke my consistency with staying on task for this class, and it has hurt me a lot in learning really anything in there. So I take these pictures home and I write the notes from them on paper later on. But that's another thing that's an issue for me, is listening in class. Oftentimes I'll tune out, and because my phone is out to take pictures, I usually start scrolling on Twitter, which is a bad thing. This segues into finding a way to stay consistent. For instance, in my YouTube endeavors, video essays were becoming stale for me. I love writing about gaming topics, but it felt like every video ended up being a review of some sort. This changed with the Terraria video, but at that point, I had already ran out of juice. Switch it up every now and then, so you don't completely give up midway through. I feel like a lot of people get into the habit of staying within a circle of opportunity that nothing really gets done. It's good to have a routine, but when you can get too comfy, that's where you can stumble. Now, for really small creators like me who have a hard time cracking a few hundred views, it can be really demoralizing knowing that you spent hours editing a video only for it to get a couple likes and a few views. I feel your pain. But your end goal should be way greater, so use that finish line in the distance to help motivate you to keep grinding, because eventually, you will get there. The more videos you make, the chances of your videos being seen by more people increases, so keep at it. Nowadays, for me, staying consistent in the YouTube scene isn't as hard as it once was, and it's because I took a break and I waited for that vigor to come back. Breaks are a big thing that people need. You need rest to do certain tasks. And that's why some people have certain days where they don't work at their job, or why Sunday is usually a day of rest. You can't work forever, so take a breather. That's about it for today's video. If you have any thoughts or would like to talk about anything or any struggles, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to respond in the best way I can. I hope this helped. Have yourselves a damn good one, boys.